Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get to it. To it with a U. Always got you in mind. Elise Pro Barbershop. 368 Denver Boulevard. Gray, Mook, New. Y'all come in here and get done up. Got Connie Creation. Got Connie in the back. Doing all styles of hair. Braiding, styling. You come in here, look one way, you leave out here looking another. What's going on with you today, Lou?
Man, just taking it one day at a time, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Paying for the holiday season. Just trying to keep things in perspective.
Ooh, Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah.
That's where it roll out, Thanksgiving, when you start pouring out all that money. How you feel about the government shutdown?
Man, we just can't come to a common ground, man.
You think it's gonna be hurting when the holidays come?
Yes. I'm just feeling, I'm praying for the people, the recipients that have getting,
jerky up,
food stamps.
Yeah.
Helping the government that can't get it. What they gonna do? How they gonna feed their family?
Right now they ain't.
Right.
They ain't gonna be able to if they keep going like it's going right now.
Yeah.
I had this dude, we do content together somewhat. And he getting his first furlough check, he just got it. He said, man, that don't pay no bills.
So they just give a percentage of the money?
It's just a partial payment.
Yeah.
It's a partial payment, and they don't really. They saying they ain't promising them payment after low. So still might not get paid. So I think he's still working. He's still working, ain't getting no pay, and they gave him a voucher. A voucher, those are good. The voucher is for the daycare. He said he took his voucher to daycare. He said they can't do nothing with it. All right, they can't do nothing with it. No, they not accepting no voucher. They like, we already went through this and couldn't get our money back. So it's like, they don't want to process. And it's like, man, it puts you in a pickle. Because you working for free to keep your job, but now that's tying you up from getting some money. And I said, at least he could have babysit his kids for free. But you working for free and gotta pay for somebody to babysit your kids. That's crazy. That put you in a rock and a hard place. That's the definition of rock and a hard place right there.
I'm just thinking about the fallout behind people not getting a system. How they gonna change? How they gonna adjust?
They gonna get more desperate.
More desperate.
More desperate, and people don't make the best decisions when they're desperate.
Running away from one another.
Oh yeah. I hope it don't have too much negative impact on people outside of myself, because I don't work for the government, but I know it can still trickle down to me.
Good.
So you back in business, Baltimore? Who get the most smiles? You come in the least pro, you gonna walk out of this joint feeling confident in yourself. But they say you dress well, you play well. That's what I heard. That's my motto. People don't even take you serious if you look too ragged out here. They look you off. I'm going to the next receiver. This one don't know how to catch. Yeah, I just, man, there's a lot going on. And then I just heard about Johnson Billups. Johnson Billups and Terry Rozier and what's his name, Damon Jones. How they get caught up in that? I mean, I know how you get caught up. Lord have mercy.
All right.
They were showing their contracts. I think Chauncey Billups made $100 million in the NBA. Terry Rozier made 60 out of it. And you like, hold up. How much these how much is paying?
It's time life.
It came a lot to the mafia was involved.
What about you?
I mean, but you know the mafia, you know, they getting their cut. Like, how much is you really making? Is you like, it's all on the line now. Nah, you just want to take it. Keep as much as you can. Yeah, man. I was thinking about, I said, I know how I feel to get caught. You know, you're doing wrong. You know it's a possibility to get caught, but when you get caught, boy, it's like the shoe fall. And you feel, like if you feel shame, you feel guilt, you're cursed. You just feel like, man, you wish it to go away. But this joint so big, man, they got you on NBC. You on local news, late night news, you the talk of the town. But that lets you know, man, no matter how much money you get, don't mean you wealthy. Don't mean you past stealing and past committing crime. Cause I would have never thought that about Chauncey Billups, man. He ain't never portrayed the image of anything else but hosting. I ain't never see that now. Man, he was coaching, huh? So you throw away everything. But I done did it myself. I done threw away scholarship. So, it happened. Then I went and did it again, threw away my house and my job and my family. Trying to get over it. And it don't work. You can't circumvent the system. That's what they used to tell me when I was little. Stop trying to circumvent the system. I ain't even know what it meant. I said, man, being I don't understand you, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Oh, man. How you doing, Connie?
I'm fine. How did it come to?
Okay. Yeah. Yesterday, I was doing content, and I had a mishap, man. I went over there to the Newport News Park. It was on the pier. I don't know what made me. Matter of fact, I was starting to go to the park, but I was being too frisky, man. Something told me to go to the pier. I go to the pier, drop my car keys in the pier. Sure. Bad feeling. I can't even start the car up. I'm in here contemplating jumping in the water with a snapping turtle. It's crazy, man. The guy walked by, he said, man, them Jones will mess you up, man. What you thinking about? Man, he told me off the legs, man. I went out there walking home, man. My ankle. Man, felt like I was running football. Man, felt like I was back in playing football again. Ankle sore, legs sore. I think I walked about, 3 miles total. I wasn't ready for it. I had to shut the video down. I'm huffing and puffing. Corners of my mouth getting white. Like, oh man, he had no beverage. Oh man. But I was just thinking about it. I was like, you know, what can I take out of this? Because I was like, man, maybe it's a sign to me to be more organized and more prepared and be like more decisive and stop freestyling. Because had I had made my decision to go to the park where it was, you know, a safe area to have all types of equipment at and my camera gear, it would have been nice. And I was like, maybe that was just a lesson learned because it was just my key, because I could have easily dropped my cam in that joint and I would have been sick. Sick. I would have had to die. Hey man, I'm looking in the water, and one of the turtle about this big. His head about like this big. They seen that joint, I guess the shiny part of the key, it drew right to that joint. I was like, man, look at this here. I'm in that joint, they gave me a little, like the nets they use for to catch the butterflies, they gave me that with an extendo. So I'm at the bottom, trying to scrape the joint up. I'm probably digging a deeper hole for my key. After a while, I couldn't even see that joint no more. I was like, man. So, you know, I still got some content because I wound up shooting to walk home. So it wasn't no bust. And, you know, nowadays you can order everything off of Amazon. So I just went ahead, bought a little makeup key for like, I think it was like $20. And I say it might not be the right cut, but I can still program the jump and maybe try to get it cut later. So, you know, they ain't, instead of being a $300 L, maybe it's just a $30 L. And that'd be a good thing. But I just try to use that moment to kind of, what can I draw out here? Because a lot of time, that's all you got. You make a mistake, and I take it back to like Chauncey Billups and them. You could be where you want to be at in life. That don't mean you ain't gonna go through some challenges, or you ain't gonna be tempted. Because it ain't got to be gambling. It could be a girl. You be looking like Shannon Sharp out there, don't blow $100 million deal over some chick you probably, you know, wouldn't get a time of day on a regular basis. So once you do mess up, what's next? How you approach it? Do you let it rattle you for the rest of the day? Because I can remember like playing sports, something go wrong, next thing you know, your whole game might go wrong. You might wind up getting an injury because you distracted. You ain't even focused on your technique no more. So sometimes when you mess up or you slip or you get caught, you just gotta stop right there, take the lesson from it, and keep it pushing. Because if you don't, you'll be stuck. What you fix? Hold on.
I love YouTube. You recording?
Nah, I just record. I ain't streaming.
Oh, yeah. I had to go out there and get on YouTube, man, and mess with the crowd.
What was your struggle for the day? I was just sharing my struggle yesterday. What you had to go through?
No, I just had to learn how to fix a car. My car.
What you fixed on? So the fuse was, hold on. When I came, you was in the hood.
You know, it's right there.
Oh, so the fuse was right there
It's
too.
just, I guess I hit a bump and it came up. And when it came up, that shit, I was like, maybe that shit's supposed to be like that. So I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna leave it alone. I went on YouTube, that dude was like, yeah, you got a no fuse light right here, all this hood, push this down. And I started up my radio and everything came on.
See?
Yeah, you said the fuse too. I was like, ain't that a bitch? I ain't even.
You kept saying it too.
Yeah,
You kept saying it
it's
too.
something simple. It was just working yesterday.
But you had to get your
Troubleshoot. I had to sit down and I took everything apart. The radio apart, the wires apart, the harness off. I took everything out. I'm talking about change fuses. I'm on going like it won't. Now I can't ride without no music, man.
Yeah.
That shit is annoying. I ride 30 minutes to work. I gotta have that music.
Yeah.
That music calm me down before I get in and get me turned up enough to do just a couple hours of work.
Yeah.
I'm on bullshit.
Cause I thought you racked it off.
Nah, I
thought you said, man. I thought you just said you tapped out because you came in for a second. I looked down there, you was back out the door.
Went out there to fight. You beat me, I'm going again. Don't let him go nowhere there. Hold on right there. Hold on. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Don't learn to help.
I think, and that's the bottom line. You gotta fight. In this life that we have here, it ain't gonna be all good. It ain't gonna be all bad. You gotta fight through though. And I don't think a lot of people got that dog in them. They don't want to fight. They rather lay down.
I think in the challenges, man, that's what you get the
Yeah.
Julius,
Yeah.
all of them.
All
The
the
more you go through, the more you gonna have
depends on the experiences that you've had. Because I can remember growing up, me and my brother, we was a year and a half apart. And man, we used to be competitive about everything. Like, if I grow an inch, he want to grow an inch. I'm like, I wake up, I'm 2 inches taller than my brother. Next week, he grew up. I'm like, man, how in the world? So, man, we fight over everything. We fight over a hug from my mama. She hug him, I'll be ready to fight. So it just, I grew up like fighting. Even when I didn't want to fight. I was placed in a position where, you know, to make your bones in some of these neighborhoods, urban neighborhoods. I was born in '77. Back then, everybody was shooting. You know, few people that I thought they was crazy if they had a gun. Few people had knives, but you know, the ones that had guns, everybody knew. And it was more fighting, more you being tough. You know, it probably did make us crazy and gave us CTE, but I grew up with that dog in me, with that fight. Like, a challenge, when I see a challenge, I don't cower down from it. I want to take it on. Because I know what I'm looking for is usually on the other side of that challenge. So man, sometimes I get a little bit relentless. If y'all just heard Mook, that was an example of it, man. I came up, when I pulled up to the barber shop, he was under the hood, messing with the battery, trying to connect the terminal. We out there, he did that, but it ain't giving the results he was looking for. I thought he tapped out. Yeah, he came in the barbershop for a few seconds, got himself together, went back out there and figured out his problem. That's that dog. Sometimes you gotta stay in there, you gotta keep chewing and biting. No homo, but you gotta bite down on what you want out here. You gotta lock in. And you know, 50 Cent, I wouldn't take it this extreme, but back in the day, 50 Cent say get rich or die trying. Sometimes you got to have that ain't no plan B mentality. Or if there's a plan B, it's lined up with getting your plan A. Plan B, get the plan A. So, you know, I just wanted to get up here and talk about some of the roadblocks. You know, I opened up with, you know, the lock, the government shutdown situation. You know, people gonna be going through it, man. Don't give up. You know, if you taking risks, man, making risks and calculated risks, don't just dumb out and be stupid. And you know, challenges. I stay in the workforce, but I don't, you know, I done been fired numerous times. And I had to start from zero. So sometimes you gotta pick up, that's what we guarantee some change, guarantee a challenge, guarantee the toil by your hands, the sweat of your brow. You know, it's gonna go into that soil. That means it's gonna be hard work, you can expect that. You can expect the hard work. But you know, I just wanted to talk, you know, it was on my mind. I was just thinking about the slight struggle, because it wasn't no struggle for real. It was just a wrinkle in what I thought I was going to do. Sometimes you're going to get through them wrinkles, you're going to get through those obstacles, and you can't turn. Sometimes you got to go over that speed bump, man. You can't make a U-turn. You can't put it in reverse. There's somebody behind you. You got to keep pushing forward. And with that, I'm going to shut it down, man. It's King Sound and Powerful. I'm right here, 368 Demi Boulevard, Elise Pro Barbershop, man. I don't know what you heard. I don't think there's no better barbers in the city, man. You know, a lot of times you can go to a barbershop, you want to fade, the man done gave you a mohawk. You tell him, man, keep this and keep that, and that be the first thing they go get. So, you know, you come in here with the barbers are professionally trained. You know, they being tutored and mentored. They putting in their hours. They ain't just coming from the razor straight to the clippers. So you know, y'all check it out, man. 368 Denby Boulevard. 3 barbers here. You got Mook, you got Big Earth, you got Young Earth. That's Mook is Young Earth, and Nuke, that's Big Earth. And you got Connie in the back. So whatever you want, you can come in here. By the time you look out, you're ready for your day. And with that, I'm about to shut it down, y'all.